Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified of all of my new videos. My name is Heather. I am the owner and author behind townsandhouse.com, where I help you implement systems and strategies in order to overcome the chaos and cultivate simplicity in your home and homeschool. Today, I am going to be sharing with you all of my planners and notebooks for 2021. I know we're into February. What are you doing sharing a planner stack at this point in the year? Part of it is because I just did not have time to sit down and do the video. And part of it was because I hadn't set up all of my planners for the year. Now, some of these planners are academic planners that start in July for me, so I will be getting new ones, when new academic planners come out in like April, May. But now is actually a great time if you're looking for a new planner, because most dated planners are on sale because we are into a new year already. I know that Erin Condren, I think, is having a sale on their dated planners because they will release new planners maybe the end of April or the beginning of May. I don't know exactly when they're going to be released, but that's usually around when they come out. So the dated planners for 2021 will definitely be discounted. So if you're looking to try a new planner, now is the perfect time. I know that I use a lot of planners and it probably is overwhelming for some of you. I think that for me, I just cannot keep everything in one planner. It would be way too much, and flipping back and forth between pages all the time. I have tried that in the past. I used to have a home management binder which had, daily task lists and meal plans and all kinds of stuff, and it served me really well when I was younger and my kids were younger, but now it works better for me to work out of multiple planners. So I was going to try and share them all with you here, but I didn't want to take them all out. So I'm going to leave a picture up on the side of each of the planners so that you can see what they are and how I use them. So my first planner that I use is an Erin Condren Life Planner, a vertical weekly. It is something that I started using in 2014, and I love it. I have tried all of their different layouts. The vertical with the 3 boxes just sort of fits how I plan. I can segment them how I want. My top one is to-dos, the middle one is to-go, and the bottom one is to create, which is mainly focused more on Townsend House, my business, or personal goal type things. So I have been using that planner for many years now. I love it. I will get a new one. I get the 18-month planner that starts in July every year and goes through the full following year. So when I get my new planner, it will be July 2021 through December 2022, which is crazy. And that's just because I like to have all of the months for future planning. I will rip out the weeks for the last 6 months of the year because I will have a new planner at that point. So there's, plenty of space in the planner, but that is where my life kind of lives. So that is my first planner. The second planner that I use daily is my Erin Condren Teacher Planner, and that is for everything homeschool related. I started using that, I think it might have been the fall of 2014, right after I had Lucy. I'm not sure. It might have been 2015, and they used to be undated, so I think I may have gotten one like halfway through a homeschool year and started using it, but it was undated, so it didn't matter. Now they are dated, and I love it. It is where I keep everything kid related. If they have doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, activities, youth group, anything really that they do goes in that planner. Part of it is for record keeping for me, for my state. We have to do a portfolio review each year, and so when I have all of that information in the planner, it's just easier for me to pull out what we have accomplished during the year. that also is an academic planner for me. I use the July to June version. They have, I think you can have it start in July, August, September, or January. I think those are the 4 dates that they have, and it is a full year planner. It works really well for me. That one, I won't be able to give it up. The next planner that I have is my deluxe monthly planner, which is for my business. I loved the changes that they made this year where they put more pages in between each month. So it's just a monthly layout and then several pages of just lined paper. So, and then you can add more line paper or productivity pages or dot grid at the end for an extra cost. And I use lined pages. I did get this monthly deluxe. It's not even called a deluxe monthly anymore. I think it's just called a monthly planner. I did get the monthly planner to start in July to June, but then as I got towards the end of the year, I realized that I needed to have it in a calendar year format for my business instead of an academic year. So I got a new one that started January 2021 through December 2021. And I love that. That's where I track all of my stuff. I write down ideas, that kind of stuff. That is what I use my monthly planner for. The next planner that I have is my PowerSheets goal planner. I love the PowerSheets. Again, I started using these, I think, in 2014 or 2015. And it has really helped me to make a lot of progress on all of the things that I want to work on in my life, in my family, in my home. It's been eye-opening to see how much I have accomplished over the past several years, and I love all of the reflection, the introspection, all of the prompts, the prep work, everything. It's really helpful for me. So that is my 4th planner. The next planner that I have is actually my prayer journal, and I started using the Val Marie Paper yearly prayer journal 3 years ago. This is my 3rd year using it, and I use that to write down my prayers. It helps me focus more. I also use it for sermon notes when I go to church, or if we watch church online. That's where I take my notes. I need to take notes while I'm listening. That helps me process. And it has been really helpful in my prayer life. Prayer is something that I have wanted to focus on for the past few years. It's easy for me when I'm praying just by myself to get scattered, and so I needed more order. I have a squirrel brain, and if I'm not focused, then obviously it's not a good thing. So when I'm writing those prayers down, I'm much more focused on my prayer, and so I really love that. I have a couple of planners that are specific to areas of my life. The first one is the A5 budget book from Erin Condren, and that is an undated year-long planner where the way that it's set up works for me, and it's not too small, and it has plenty of pages for spending tracking your spending, and some goals related to your finances. I have not used this budget book before. This is the first year that I'm using it. I just set it up for February. I am hoping that it works well. We will see. It is something that I'm starting new this year. The only thing that I wish that it had that it doesn't is a monthly calendar layout. It does have space to write out your budget for the month, but I do like to see that calendar spread. That's just a personal preference. The other A5 book that I'm using is the Wellness Planner from Erin Condren. This is a 3-month planner focusing on fitness and wellness, weight loss goals, food-related goals, that kind of stuff. I really like how it's set up. I do kind of wish that it was more than 3 months because I don't want to purchase a new one every quarter. But it is something I've been using the Petite Wellness Journal since they came out several years ago, and I like to track things that way. I have an Apple Watch, so I write all of my stats down every day, weight tracking, food tracking, any exercise that I'm doing, etc., that kind of stuff. I think it's fun to track progress that way for me. I am also using a pocket planner from Erin Condren. Erin Condren is kind of the company for me. I love all of their products, the quality of their products. That's why they're all pretty much Erin Condren planners and notebooks. But the pocket planner is, I talked about this a little bit in my February goals video. It is just a really small space to write down a couple of sentences each day about what is going on in my life. I'm not using the calendar spreads or the note taking or anything else. I'm just using the daily the weekly layouts, and it's horizontal, just some lines in, for each day. So I just jot down a couple of notes about the kids, the weather, things that are going on around the house. It's not a journal. It's more just kind of memory keeping, I guess. And Then I have a couple of other journal type notebooks. One is my home management notebook, which I've talked about a little bit in my goals videos. It's where I have everything relating to my home, things that need to be done, tasks, monthly tasks that happen every year, inventories, projects that I want to work on. This is not going to be a notebook that I redo every year. It's going to be one that sort of stays for several years, I think. This is the first year that I'm using it. I'm still setting it up. I have to go through all of my rooms and just do inventories and all of the things that I'm thinking about. Getting them all down on paper is important to me. I have another notebook that is specifically for Bible notes where I will take notes. I don't write in my Bible the way that a lot of people do. I do underline verses sometimes, but I don't take notes in it. I don't think there's enough space because I don't write really small, and also I have never had success with not bleeding through the pages. So I have a separate notebook that I use for my Bible notes. So that is my last planner that I'm using. It's a lot of planners, I know it is, but the reason that I use so many is because when I tried to keep everything in one big binder or one planner, it was too overwhelming for me to see all of the things, especially when I was trying to combine homeschooling with my business. It was too much to have all of those daily tasks listed together. It was because originally I used to try and have my life planner be personal, homeschool, business, and there wasn't enough space for that. And when I would try and do it in a binder, I was flipping back and forth too often. So now it's easy for me to have my life planner laid out, my teacher planner laid out, and my business planner laid out. My other planners kind of live on my little cart that I got, or they're on a shelf and I grab them when I need them. But the three main planners that I have for Townsend House, for my homeschool, and for just every day, it's easier for me to have them all out at once, and I can look at them as needed instead of flipping back and forth. It is just a personal preference. If you are able to work out of one planner, do that. I applaud you. If you are like me and have several different planners to sort of segment different areas of your life, that's great as well. I just wanted to share some of the tools that I'm using this year to keep me on track for my goals. Planning is a big part of me accomplishing the things that I want to accomplish in a year. The PowerSheets obviously is the central piece of that, but then parsing out everything to the different planners so that I am staying on task is part of the process for me, and it really works for me. Yeah, so this is my planner stack for 2021. I know that I will have new planner videos when they come out for the new releases, especially the Erin Condren Teacher Planner and the new Life Planner when those come out. Yeah, so I would love to hear what planner or planners you are using, or if you do digital planning, that's awesome. I would also love to hear about that. I am not capable of doing digital planning. I tried that. For some reason, it just doesn't work for me, but I know a lot of people have success with that, especially for homeschool stuff, and we may end up moving towards a digital system as we start working on transcripts for Emma. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to manage transcripts yet, but when we get there, I'll share it with you. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.